Kate Middleton's weekend outing unfolded quietly, without announcement or accompanying fanfare, and that was precisely what made it notable. In a public life defined by structure, planning, and visibility, moments that pass largely unnoticed often reveal more than those designed for attention. This particular outing did not interrupt the news cycle or invite speculation, yet it offered a revealing glimpse into how the Princess of Wales continues to shape her relationship with public life on her own terms. Unlike formal engagements, weekend appearances are rarely framed as statements. They exist in a softer space where duty and personal time intersect. Kate's decision to step out without ceremony reflected a comfort with that intersection. There was no effort to highlight the occasion, no attempt to control its narrative. Instead, it unfolded organically, suggesting a deliberate ease with being present without being performative. What stood out was not where she went, but how seamlessly the outing blended into everyday rhythm. Observers noted an atmosphere of normalcy, the kind that often goes unremarked, precisely because it feels familiar. Kate did not arrive with the visual markers of a royal engagement. There was no visible shift in tone or pace. She appeared relaxed, attentive, and entirely at home within the setting, reinforcing a long-established impression of groundedness. Weekend moments carry a different weight for senior royals. They sit outside the formal calendar, yet remain subject to public interest. Navigating that space requires instinct and restraint. Kate has consistently demonstrated both. Her under-the-radar appearance suggested an intuitive understanding of when presence matters and when subtlety speaks louder. The outing also reflected a broader pattern in how Kate approaches visibility. Over the years, she has shown a preference for consistency rather than contrast. Rather than sharply dividing public duty from personal life, she allows them to coexist with measured boundaries. This balance has become one of her defining traits, enabling her to remain relatable without diminishing the dignity of her role. Importantly, the weekend setting removed the layers of expectation that often accompany weekday engagements. There were no speeches, no formal exchanges, no agenda to advance. This absence allowed her presence to feel more observational than directive. She appeared to engage with her surroundings in a way that suggested participation rather than representation. Such moments are rarely accidental. Senior royals are acutely aware of how even informal appearances can be interpreted. Kate's comfort within this quieter context suggested confidence rather than caution. It indicated a settled understanding of her position, one that no longer requires constant reinforcement through visibility. The under-the-radar nature of the outing also speaks to public perception. In recent years, audiences have grown increasingly attentive to authenticity. Grand gestures often generate immediate attention, but quieter moments tend to foster trust. Kate's weekend appearance resonated precisely because it did not seek validation. It simply existed. There is also a temporal aspect worth noting. Weekends represent pause, reflection, and reset. For someone whose schedule is typically shaped by obligation, the choice to step out in such an understated way reinforces a sense of balance. It suggests that personal time is not withdrawn from public life, but gently integrated into it. Observers have long noted Kate's ability to read a room, whether formal or informal. That sensitivity appeared equally present here. Her demeanor remained composed yet unguarded, reinforcing the impression of someone comfortable within her environment rather than conscious of being observed. This approach aligns with the broader evolution of her public role. As the Princess of Wales, Kate occupies a position that blends tradition with modern expectation. Weekend appearances, when they occur naturally, provide opportunities to embody that blend. They allow her to demonstrate continuity without ceremony. The absence of commentary surrounding the outing further underscored its significance. There was no need to explain or contextualize the moment. It stood on its own, a quiet counterpoint to the structured rhythm of royal life. In doing so, it reinforced the idea that not all meaningful moments require framing. Kate's ability to move through such spaces without drawing focus reflects a maturity in how she understands her influence. Visibility, for her, appears to be a tool rather than an objective. She engages when it serves a purpose and recedes when it does not. This discernment has become increasingly apparent over time. The outing also highlighted how modern royal life is shaped as much by absence as by presence. Choosing not to amplify a moment can be as intentional as choosing to highlight it. Kate's under-the-radar appearance suggested an awareness of this dynamic, reinforcing her reputation for thoughtful engagement. For those who noticed, the moment offered reassurance rather than revelation. It confirmed a continuity of character, a steadiness that has become familiar. Kate did not appear to be making a statement. She appeared to be living within the role she has gradually defined. In a media landscape often drawn to extremes, such restraint can be easily overlooked. Yet it is precisely this quality that sustains long-term public connection. By allowing certain moments to remain unremarkable, Kate preserves their authenticity. Ultimately, the significance of Kate Middleton's under-the-radar weekend outing lies in its ordinariness. It reflected a life lived within structure, yet not constrained by it. A public figure comfortable enough to step into view without announcing herself, and confident enough to let the moment pass without interpretation. In that quiet balance between visibility and privacy, Kate continues to shape a modern understanding of royal presence, one that does not rely on constant attention, but on consistency, composure, and the assurance that not every meaningful moment needs to be seen to matter.